Hello, this is Katie, and today I'm going to show you how to just make this really simple earring, but we've made this lovely little floral design in the centre using a bead cap, and then we've added this lovely little bit of movement here with some extra little beads at the bottom. So all the materials that I'm using today are from the March 2025 Relax and Craft subscription box. So if you want to check that out, the link is down below. At the moment there are some spare boxes, but obviously if you're looking at this in the future, there probably won't be any spare boxes, but there will be new boxes, so it's always worth a look. Just before I start, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Click that bell and select all, and you will never miss any of my tutorials. So let's get on. So what we're going to need is, so everything, like I say, is from the subscription box. We need ear wire, so I'm obviously you would need two of these. I've already made one. An ear wire, a jump ring, one of your bead caps, some head pins. So these are the nice head pins with the flat end, so you don't see much of that that metal at the end there. I've got some of these beautiful plum blossom tourmaline gemstones. Those are 3mm faceted gemstones with a drill hole, and I've got my gorgeous aventurine, and that is an 8mm bead. All the details will be just down below. So the tools that you will need are basic jewellery making tools. So we've got some cutters, some flush cutters, side cutters. When I ever say flush cuts, I mean cutting with the side we want to keep against the jewellery with the flush side. So this is the flush side, it's the flat side. If you turn it over, it has that little groove. We don't want that side, that's the side we throw away. So those are your cutters. I've got some basic round nose pliers, and you can use chain nose pliers or bent nose pliers. I'm quite partial to my bent nose pliers. Also, these guys with the red handles, those are available also at the Relax and Craft, and I can highly recommend them. These, I use them all the time. Also, the Jewellery make is available there too. So just pop those to one side for a minute. So to begin with, we're going to be making this little detail in the centre here, this little floral detail, and for that we're going to use a standard bead cap, like so. A bead cap would normally, what you would normally do is it would sit on the top of a bead like a little cap and give it that little bit more detail, but I like to use things differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this. So you're going to use you can use your bent nose pliers, you can also use chain nose pliers or flat nose pliers, but basically, in fact, I'm going to use the chain nose pliers for this just because this is what most people have. Basically, what you're going to do is you are going to put your pliers quite far down. Can you see how far down I've gone there? It's only popping out a little bit each side. And you're just going to gently squeeze, just a little bit. And then can you see I'm just turning that very slightly and a little squeeze. And eventually it will just pop like it just did then. And you will just turn and squeeze, and then you've got a little floral design, nice and flat, and it's ready to be used. It's already got all those little holes in it, all those little apertures, so that we can connect to. So you could even, if you didn't want to connect the jump ring, you could connect individual little charms of the tourmaline on there as well. So it's gorgeous. I actually love to use them like this. You could even just literally as simple as linking them together with jump rings. You could link lots of them together. You could make a bracelet, you could just make long earrings. There's lots and lots you can do with just a bead cap. So we've got our flattened bead cap ready to use. So we're in the preparation stage, and now what we want to do is we want to make all of these little charms at the end. So these are the tourmaline, the plum blossom tourmaline. So I'm going to take one of my head pins. These are the head pins with the flat end. Please excuse my nails at the moment, I'm going to saw them out later. So yeah, these are the ones with the flat ends. So what we do is we pop on. So this, we're just going to do simple wrapped loops, and then they're all going to go onto a jump ring basically. So we've popped that on. You can use the very tip of your chain nose pliers. So you would use that bit on the bent nose ones and the very tip on the chain nose ones. As long as you've just got the very tiniest of space, tiny little bit of space right down to the gemstone, and then you're going to push that away at a 45-degree angle. So you can see there we've got that 45-degree angle. Then you're going to take your round nose pliers. You are going to be holding this piece of wire, the one that's coming off, not the little stem, but you are going to put it as close as possible and right to the end of your pliers, so that we're getting a very small loop on there. From there, we're just going to take this all the way around. We're just pushing all the way around. At this point is where we reposition. We just twist our wrist, open up and reposition. And then you can go over or under, it's entirely up to you. And you want to cross that over so that when you take this out, you have that lovely little loop on the end. Then you're going to take out your round nose pliers, and you're going to switch over to your chain nose or bent nose pliers, and you're going to hold on to that loop. By holding onto the loop, you are retaining the shape. If you leave your other pliers in, it will be harder to do. So because this is quite a short head pin, I'm going to use another pair of pliers just to use as another pair of hands, really. It just makes it a little bit easier. And I'm just going to make sure I go around there at least twice. I'm going to turn that over and go around there at least twice. So I've just got that little tiny piece of wire remaining. There's no room for that little piece of wire. So I will take, again, my flush side of my pliers, and I will cut that little piece off as close as I possibly can to the piece that I'm keeping. There will still be that little bit stuck out there, as you can see, and then you're just going to take your chain nose or bent nose pliers and squish that in, squish that little tail in, make sure it's kind of squished in, and you're just working it around. You don't want anything to be stuck out and protruding, because these are going in your ears, and obviously if you've got hair that's longer than your ears, you don't want to get things caught in them. So that's one. We need to make 5 of those. So I'm going to show you how to do it one more time, and then I will make the others and then join you back again. So a little bit quicker this time. Pop our gemstone on, create that little space with the tip of your pliers, push it away, pop your pliers in, nice and close, nice and small loop, push this all the way around and all the way across, and then you can hold on to your loop and start taking that round. And then because it's a short piece of wire, I'm going to utilise my other pliers just to help me bring that around nice and neatly, like so, until I'm happy. That won't go any further. Happy there. So then I can just snip off with my pliers and then just take your time making sure that end is fully nipped in. So I'm happy with that one too. So I'm just going to make another 3 of those, and I'll join you back in a few seconds. So I've got my 5 charms made from my plum blossom tourmaline. I've got my little flower ready. Now I need to prepare my bead. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention right at the beginning is you need some 0.6mm wire. It did come with the box if you have the box, but obviously I didn't mention it at the beginning, but it will be in the details below. So you can work from the reel if you want to. I find it easier just when I'm demonstrating if I just take a piece, but you don't have to. There will be a little bit of wastage on that. So what we're going to do is we need to attach a loop to here, and there'll be another loop at the other end that attaches to our ear wire. So for this first loop, we're doing wrap loops again. So we're just going to work, this is way too much wire, but we're just going to work a bit of a way down. We're only going to be using this little section here. So just make sure you've got enough to make your loop and make your wraps. So we want a nice little loop, just the same as what we just did before. So around, all the way around. Reposition your pliers, take it across. Now at this point, before we do anything else, we need to attach to one of our loops in our bead cap. So we're just going to open that out a little bit just so that it will go on. Now this is going to be a little bit trickier. I'm just going to get hold of it and then I'll bring it up to the camera. So we just need to hold everything in place whilst we wrap. So I've just got the very tip of my pliers in there. You can see the little flower part is on there, and I'm just going to start wrapping. So I want 3 wraps. So that's 1. It's a lot softer wire. That's 2. Beautiful to work with in 0.6 and 3. So yeah, so sorry if you don't know what 0.6mm is. It is in American wire gauge, it is 22. There is a full conversion list down below this video as well, from UK terms to US terms. So nicely squished in, we've got our little wraps in there. Now we can add our beautiful green aventurine, like so. Now we need to create another loop on the top. So we're going to make a little loop on the top. Now you can make this in one direction or the other. I'm just going to show you on this one. So on this one, I've got my loops facing, and you see that my loop at each side facing in the same direction, which meant when it came to adding onto my ear wire, I had to turn the loop on my ear wire. So it's up to you whether you want to turn this loop now and do the loop the opposite way, or turn on the ear wire. It doesn't make a lot of difference. It's just make sure you do the same thing for both. So I'm going to do both my loops in the same direction. So you can see my loop is there. So I'm going to pull that across. So I've just made that little space just like we did before. So quite a few wrapped loops in here. And then I'm going to create my wrapped loop. Now the ear wire, the loop on that is openable, so I don't need to attach whilst I'm actually making this wrapped loop. It's only if you're attaching it to something that you cannot open. So we're going to add, I can hold on really easily this time. 1, 2, 3, 3 wraps. Give that a nice squish in and trim off that wire. So you can see if you work from the reel, you won't be wasting those little bits of wire. But I have a little pot that I put these things in so I can reuse them. We don't like to waste things. So let's just make sure that is nipped in nicely. So we're ready to start putting everything together. So like I said, the ear wire on mine, because if I put it on now, my flower will be facing the wrong way. Does that make sense? Flower will be facing the wrong way. So I am going to turn the loop. So I'm going to hold everything and just turn the loop on my ear wire. I could also turn the loop on my piece of work. It's entirely up to me. So you just want to make sure there will be a right side and a wrong side of your little flower. So you want to make sure you've got the right side facing you to the front, and then we can close that loop back up. Remember, if we're opening and closing loops, we never open them up like this. We twist them so they open up like a door, so that everything goes back into the same space. So next part is you're going to take one of your jump rings, you're going to open that up, and you are going to find that little loop at the bottom and push that through. Now this is quite a wiggly one to do, so I'll just spend a second getting that to go through. There we go. So now we have this on. Just need to wiggle it through a little bit. So it's quite, there we go, now I've got it through, it's got a bit of movement to it. So now I've got that through, all I need to do is load up my little charms. So just pop them straight on to that jump ring. Adding the jump ring is going to give it lots of movement. It'll look really beautiful. So you don't want your earring to sit kind of too stiff in your ear, so lots of movement is great. And then closing up, we're just going to twiddle them together. Can you see? That's just bringing that together, making sure it's nice and closed. And then we need to pop this over. We have got our matching earrings, and now we have a pair, beautiful pair of floral earrings, perfect for spring, I think. They are gorgeous. So I've got another design that I'm going to do, which is from this Relax and Craft box. Obviously you don't have to have the Relax and Craft box, you can use all your own materials, but this is just a tutorial based on that. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you click that bell, you won't miss any of my videos. I've got lots of videos coming up. I will show you very quickly a little sneak peek, if I can open the little packet. So this is the other earring that I'm making. So this has got the white opal in and that beautiful frame. So I'm going to show you how to make that one too. And I will see you again really soon. Everybody take care.